Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Monkey Putter with another course review from PGA Tour 2K21. The course I'm going to be playing today is called Scorched Dunes Tour, designed by Sonic Hags 4444. Now, the previous version of this course I've already played, which was Scorched Dunes, and I really enjoyed it. But Sonic Hags 4444 has tweaked the course. He's made the greens a little bit more difficult because they were fairly flat in the previous version of the course. So I'm looking forward to playing this to see what kind of a challenge that presents. And I've also put the wind speed up to high with very fast greens as well to make it a bit more of a challenge. I've gone for pin positions 4 off the blue tee at 7,262 yards, and I've left the default time of day and weather, which is noon and clear. So let's head off to that first tee and we'll see what the new version of this course is like. Now, I haven't had a warm-up today. I've literally just got back from the golf club. I've played some real golf after work tonight, but only played 11 holes because the rain came in and it really wasn't very pleasant. So it'll be interesting to see how I get on without a warm-up. Now then, strong wind off the left. I've got to be careful here we don't run out of fairway, so I'm going to take a little bit off this one. Now we've got 115 yards to go, but there's a strong wind behind. Oh, it's slightly fast. Needs to get down. It's not too bad. It's a nice opening birdie. Yes, you can see the severe slopes on this green. That strong wind's going to make it difficult. Similar sort of distance to my second shot on the first hole, this one. Actually, no, having said that, no, it's not. We got 100 and... well, it's going to be playing about 108. It's probably about the right club, actually. Oh, I haven't judged the wind very well, I don't think. Is it going to stay on the green? No, it's just caught that slope. Oh, no, that was a very bad chip. Very bad chip. That's a good putt to save par. I saw part of a news conference today. It would appear that Dustin Johnson has resigned from the PGA Tour. Now, I don't know the full details behind it, but I know he's taking part in the first LIV Tour event, which is taking place in London this week. But the implications of resigning from the PGA Tour, I would imagine, are pretty serious, because he's not going to be able to take part in the Ryder Cup anymore, so I'm not quite sure how all that's going to work out. But if you've heard anything about that, or if you've got any opinions or thoughts on that, drop your comments down below. I'm sure that Dustin won't be the only one resigning, so it's going to be interesting to see how that unfolds over the coming days and weeks. Now then, strong wind. Look at that green as well. This is going to be a tricky one. 30 miles per hour. The line looks quite good. Sit. Oh, I should have put some backspin on it. I really wasn't sure. Yes, I can see it just caught that downslope. Run on a bit. This is 3 inches up the hill. Be careful not to race this one by, though. It'll run off the green. Ooh, that was close. This is a long par 5, particularly in that wind. $284 yards to go. I'll try smashing a driver down there, but don't think it's going to reach. Hopefully not too far short, though. Big bounce. Go on, get on there. Oh, that's a cracking shot. I'm delighted with that. Chance of an eagle. Oh, it's a double breaker. Initially, it's going to go left, but then it will come back. These are tricky to judge. Yes, good putt. That's a great eagle. This is such a nice course. It's so well designed. And I like, from what I've seen so far, I like what the designer has done with the greens as well. They're much trickier than they were before. Now then, this one's definitely reachable. Not easy to hit that green. We've got a strong wind. I think what I'm going to try here is quite a big slice It'll take some of the distance off the shot and hopefully hold it up in that wind a little bit. It's coming around quite nicely. He's a kind bounce now. Oh, it went left, that's a shame. That's not bad. Nice tap in birdie. Now the 6th hole, 427 yards. Now, that bunker there is certainly reachable with that wind behind. It's a very narrow fairway here as well. I think I'll hit the driver, but I'm going to take a lot off it by lowering the loft, if that makes sense. Oh, slightly slow. I could do with that bouncing to the left, but I don't think it's going to. No. Well, it's dry, but it's in the heavy rough. Now, thankfully, I haven't got far to go. Severe slope there, so we don't want to go right if we can help it. Oh, I've completely misjudged that. That's going to be miles short. Oh, oh, heck. Okay. Well, that rolled forward much more than I thought. And thankfully, it hasn't rolled too far down that slope. I was a bit lucky there. Four inches uphill. As you can see, when it gets past the hole, it starts to go downhill as well. So, got to be careful with this, not to chase it by. Oh, that's a super putt. Absolutely thrilled with that one. We've got a par 5 coming up at the 7th. It's a dogleg right, and there's no shortcut here. And it's a narrow fairway as well, so it's going to need a really good swing. That's a great swing. That's a super drive. Splitting the fairway in half. Now this is certainly reachable, especially with that wind behind. $235 yards. I'm going to hit the hybrid, but I'm going to maximise the loft to take a few yards off it. Still might be a little bit long, but it is a par 5, and I don't think a 4-iron would be enough. Although having said that, as long as it carries that bunker, it's not going to be a million miles off. Now I'm not so sure what club to hit here. No, I'm going to stick with my original plan. It might go a little bit long, but although that wind has moved around now. Yes, it has. It's another good swing. Oh, this is looking quite nice. Sit down. Sit. Ah, it's just going to run on. Okay, what we got here? Go on, go on. Yes, great chip. It's my second eagle. Par 3 here at the 8th, 183 yards, ever so slightly downhill. Now, this is an interesting green. It all gathered towards the hole. Be careful with that pin placement. Sorry, with my club choice here, because as you can see, it's all downhill. 181 yards with that wind behind as well. Firm, very fast greens. I think I'm gonna... Well, it might be a bit risky to hit a 7-iron. Yeah, I'm gonna hit a 6-iron, but I'm gonna... Oh, that wind has moved around as well. Take a little bit off by increasing the loft, and I'm gonna put some backspin on this as well. That's a shame. The wind has moved around about almost 45 degrees. In fact, almost 90 degrees actually. Can't decide what club to hit. Let's go with that. Apologies if you heard my mobile phone in the background there. I should have put that on silence. I am sorry. I'm going to rectify that straight away. Oh, this is looking nice. Get in the hole. Great shot. Another narrow fairway. Wind off the left. It's a nice drive. .131. Flag is just on the top of an upslope there, as you can see. So if this is short, it's going to roll back off the front of the green. That wind is going to make it tricky to judge. I'm going to hit this one a little bit lower into the wind. Ah, the wind's moving around. Yeah, I have to club up, I think, with that wind moving around like it is. I've still come up short. Is it going to stay up? No, here it comes. Oh, it stopped. Well, I was lucky there, because you can see I'm on quite a steep slope. Now, I don't know about you, but I think potentially that could be a flaw in the gaming code in terms of the ball physics. Because To be fair, that should really have rolled back further. I'm glad it didn't, but I think possibly in real golf that would have rolled all the way back off the front of the green. But I'd be interested to know what you think about that. Now then, a little bit of right to left on this one. Oh, I've hit that far too hard. What was I thinking? Ah, that was just lapse in concentration, I think, there. Managed to get a par, but that was a birdie opportunity. Still can't complain, -8 after 9. Now we've got a dog leg here at the 10th. Into the wind as well, so it's going to be a tough tee shot. That palm tree there is the ideal line, I think. Not a great swing, but it should be okay. Now this is a long second, 197 yards into the wind, so we can probably add on another 15 or so yards on top of that. Now I don't want the wind to move. I'm relying on this wind to hold the ball up in the air. Slightly fast, but hopefully not too much of a problem. I need the wind to blow that a bit more. It's just going to run off the back edge. Now I've got to be careful here, because the last time I had a... Well, not the last time, but earlier on in the round I had a short chip and I made a right mess of it. So be a bit careful with this one. It's only 6 yards. That's better. Now, this is a short par 4, but it is into the wind. Not much fairway to land this on either. It's going to need a good swing. And that is a good swing. Oh no, I didn't allow for the wind. I should have aimed that further right. I thought I could carry that bunker, but obviously I couldn't. Uh, 111 yards, say. Not too bad a lie in the bunker. Take into account that wind though. Oh, that wind is moving again, which I don't really want. Oh no, that's a poor shot. The swing wasn't too bad, but I just completely misjudged the slope that my ball was on and the wind. Oh dear. Could be a tricky up and down, this one. Coming out the heavy rough. And that could potentially catch that downslope as well. You can see there the red grid lines. This is could be a tricky one to get it close. It's difficult to generate spin coming at a heavy rough as well, so let's see how this goes. Oh, that's a great shot. Nearly hold it. Nice par save. Now the 12th here. And this is another pin position where you can see the slopes sort of gather the ball towards the hole, but I would imagine on another day, another pin position, if the pin was over there on the right, it would be a tough one to get close to. But this one here is quite inviting if I can hit the right shot. That might be a bit long, that's a shame. Will it come off the slope? I don't think it's going to. No, it's stuck on the bank. Oh, what a shame. Now these little chips, the short chips that are steeply downhill, particularly on firm, very fast greens, you've got to be so careful of. Really do. If you're not careful, the ball can just run away and you end up 10, 15 feet past. Oh, I made a right mess of that. Yeah. I was a bit overcautious there. Just a par. Now then, we've got a par 5 coming up. Will the wind? No. I was just about to say, will the wind be in our favour? But it's not. Slightly into. Off that left-hand side. It's not a long par 5 though, so with a good tee shot here, it could be reachable in 2. That should be okay. Yes, it is. Just managed to get to 300 yards. Now this is a tough pin placement. It's going to be very difficult to get close. It's quite tricky to get on the green, but it's certainly going to be difficult to get close to the hole. Wind off that left-hand side. 11 miles an hour. So difficult. It's a good swing. I could do with that kicking left. It's kicked straight, but that's going to roll down the slope. That's going to be a long putt. It's a foot uphill as well. And again, you don't want to be too greedy with this because it will run off the back of the green. I'd certainly take 2 putts here. I kind of chickened out on it really. I didn't want to be too bold. But I've left myself a tricky little one here. Yeah, well done. Long par 3 here at 14. It's slightly downhill, but it's still going to be approximately 226 yards. Severe slopes on the green as well, and they're firm and very fast, so this is a tricky one. The swing plane was dreadful, but that's going to run down to the bottom of that slope. It's going to be a tough putt back up the hill. Now this one, because it does continue to go uphill past the hole, I can be a little bit bolder with this one than I was on the previous hole. Not too much movement on the putt either. Let's put the flag in. I'm not sure that's hard enough. No, it's not. I misjudged it. Solid par though. Now this one is just about reachable, I would say. Wind off the right hand side. It's quite a small target. It's a good swing. Now have I judged it right? Oh, not quite. Oh, that's a shame. If that was about 10 yards to the right, that would have been perfect. And as a result, I've left myself a tough bunker shot. Oh, what a shame. Okay. Oh, wow. What a bunker shot. Nearly holed it. Good birdie. I really like this course. This is possibly one of my favourite courses. And I like what the designer has done with the greens. He's made them much, much trickier than they were previously. So well done. Now then, this one's back into the wind. It's a narrow fairway, as you can see, and you cannot afford to go right here. Otherwise you're in the ocean. Slightly fast, but I'm hoping the wind will bring me back just enough. Yes, it has. Let's try that. I'm going to stick with the 8-iron, but try and hit the ball lower into the wind. Get a few extra yards. Oh, I haven't judged the wind very well at all. The distance was quite good, but I didn't judge the wind right. That's a tricky pin placement on that slope. That's a good try. Now, long par 4 at 17, but the wind is helping, so we should be able to carry that part of the ocean with a good enough swing. Slightly slow, but I think it'll be okay. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Now, tricky green here. You can see it's elevated. You've got severe slopes all the way around. It's quite a small target here. 145, slightly uphill. It's going to be playing approximately 148, 149. But the wind will help slightly. I'm going to stick with the 8-iron. This is more about the swing, really. The ball is below my feet as well, which means it's going to go a little to the right. Tricky one to judge this. Oh, that's not a great swing. Get down. Get down. Bite. It's not great, but it could be worse. Now, these sorts of chips, you kind of fancy these. You kind of think, do you know what, this is makeable. Yeah, good chip. Now, where's the wind blowing on the final hole? It's helping, it's behind. What alternative routes have we got? We haven't got any alternative routes. Now, ironically, the wind isn't actually going to help us much here, because if we just hit that shot as it is, we're going to run out of fairway and go into the sand area. You can't really call it a bunker because it's such a huge area, but the sand area. So we're going to have to be a bit cute with this one. Now, question there is, will the 3-wood with the wind behind carry the sand onto the fairway? The honest answer is, I'm not sure. Can't decide whether to go with the 3-wood and belt it as hard as I can, or hit the driver and try and be a bit cute with it. I'm going to go with the driver, I think, and take a little bit off it. This is so risky. The other alternative is just to smash the driver, accept the fact I'm going to be in the sand, and hopefully still leave myself within reach of the green in 2. So difficult. Now I've changed my mind again. I'm going to hit the 3-wood. Just cannot decide. Now then, don't go too far. That could be in trouble. Is it going to stop? Yes, just. It's left me a much longer second shot, but I am on the fairway. 286 yards. Let's hit the driver. This is going to have to be so accurate. It's like threading a needle down that narrow stretch of fairway. The wind as well, my goodness me, this is a tough one. Slightly slow, but I've got away with it now. Nice bounce left. Oh, now do you know what I could have done without actually missing the green, and I would have preferred to be chipping this rather than putting it. But never mind, I'm on in 2. It's a par 5. 43 feet. Two putts, please. It's tracking well. Has it got the legs? Yes, it has got the legs. It wasn't quite on line, but it's a great putt. Yeah, nice birdie to finish. That is a great course. I really like it. Minus 13 I'm pleased with as well, because it's not easy. What the course designer has done with the greens, I think, is excellent, and it does make it a really good tour event course. So congratulations to the course designer. I can see this has only had 53 plays, but if you haven't played this one yet, give it a go. Put the wind up, fast greens or very fast greens, and just have some fun with it. It's really, really nice. Well, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit that like button down below, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would really, really appreciate it. So take care everyone, stay safe, keep well, and I will see you again in the next video. Bye bye.